Welcome back to the Captain's Draft 4.0 South American Qualifiers Grand Finals. We have Midas Elite versus Luccini Gaming. And I'm joined by Basekip. It's cracking, Basekip. That's a story, dude. What? That name is something else to... Holy, it's a lot of words in the title of this game.
What?
Like... Midas mode, or Captain's Draft 4.0 South American Qualifiers Grand Finals. Trying to fit that in the Twitch title was a bit much. Like.
Yeah, and then the two team names as well. Yeah, not easy. Especially since they don't really abbreviate that much.
No.
Evil Geniuses, they're EG. Virtus Pro, they're VP. Right now, it's I don't know how well you can
Okay. Basekip. We have Medusa in the pool, and we have a Keeper of Life first ban. Just saying.
Just putting it out there.
Just putting that out there, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
What else do we have? Like,
yeah, what else we got? I haven't even been looking at the
okay, so
kind of...
well, I just want to right at the start in Captain's Draft, what we try to look for is the combos or like the not so easily counterable heroes. Like for example, Medusa and or let's say who else?
Troll Magnus.
Yeah, Magnus Troll. That's a good one. Yeah.
Magnus Monkey King. Zeus Spectre.
Oh, Zeus Spectre's a cool one. Invoker no one because he's shit.
Invoker Clockwork. It's not like Invoker Lion.
Yeah.
Both of those heroes are Garbo. That used to be a combo.
It used to be. Yeah, it's like kind of the global presence, but I think Invoker's dead.
Clockwork Skywrath Mage.
I think Clockwork and a lot of the is Clockwork Zeus as well.
Yeah.
The Shadow Fiend. Is Shadow Fiend there? Yeah, Shadow Fiend Clock is in the pool.
Clock SF. What other interesting interactions are there? There's some counters as well. Like there's the DK, but then there's the Timber Saw. I think that the Timber is actually quite strong against most of the strength pool that's here. I think like Timber is pretty decent against Abaddon, good against Legion, good against DK. Maybe we'll see some Timber.
There's a few counters. Skyrat, CM. That's kind of about it though. Not
Zeus
much.
Even.
Yeah, I think
Zeus is kind of good. And I want to see some Zeus. I actually think that hero is maybe a little bit underrated.
Is Captain's Draft, is the amount of heroes in each pool equal? Like is it?
Let
me count. 1, 2.
This is 9 strength.
No, it's not. Okay, it's just random.
Is it random or is it just in proportion to how many there are of that type, right? So there's like more. There's more. There's slightly more strength heroes than like the most int heroes, and then there's slightly more strength than Agi. So I think Agi just has one less because they have less heroes overall.
I just want to point out that Midas Club Elite were not having this Invoker Coddle ban into Medusa pick, so they ban out the Medusa third phase. I like it. Just not wanting to deal with like the uncounterable. Troll Mag. Yeah, there we go.
Yep.
Standard SF Clock? Maybe.
I don't know how good SF is against Mag Troll.
In what way?
That's my concern.
Well,
I think like Troll just gets up in your face, and SF doesn't really deal with that all that well. Troll's also relatively high armor, so SF's right click doesn't do very much, and SF once he gets P'd, there's like no counterplay for him at all, right? He just gets eaten. So
it's kind of the same for every. Like this combo is so strong that it's kind of the same for everyone. But like if you have Clock, maybe you can snowball out of control to the point where I don't know. Yeah, it's so hard to.
I like the Clockwork against the Magnus. I think the scouting from the Rocket Flare is really good.
You can interrupt the combo as well.
Yeah. Just even just being able to hook onto your heroes and then cog push back everybody is pretty sweet. So I like that. This position for Clockwork has not been it's been somewhat popular but not very successful recently in Pro Dota, so we'll see how it does. I think I remember Nahaz talking about it on the ESL panel, and like unless you're jabs, this hero has been doing terribly. It's like 2-11 or something.
South American lads love their Clock. They're pretty good at it as well.
Yeah, they're solid.
I'd say it's one of their most kind of famous like regional based heroes, if there was such a thing.
Alright, so Luccini have picked a lot of melee heroes so far. That's
into Clockwork.
I don't know how they remedy that. I don't think they really want to pick I mean, maybe they pick Skywrath Mage. It doesn't have that much. That's okay with Mag. I was about to say it's like anti-synergy with Mag, but like whatever, right? It's not a huge deal.
I think if they just pick a get in their face hero. There, they do get the.
There's a Skywrath Mage. Yeah, it's not bad. I think the silence is good. Like Clockwork can potentially get trapped in his cogs, and you Mystic Flare him.
I still, even though they do have a lot of like they've Blink or P, they've Tusk to run, Stroll just runs at you. They still don't really have an initiator per se. Like, I don't know.
No, not really.
It's kind of like it feels messy.
Like,
yeah, maybe this is the kind of game where Troll goes like
Blink?
the tanky build, so you get say like S and Y. Maybe you don't even get. I guess you can probably get Mask of Madness just because there isn't that much right-click damage just yet on Midas Club Elite. But I think you tank up a bit and maybe you buy a Blink, and then once you have that, you can kind of run into the fights. Just get the one starting it off, and then make space for the Mag.
Oh, I like this.
I like this a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, because Magnus blinks in or P's Tidehunter, the shell procs, and he's able to get the Ravage off and just completely shut down. You know the synergy in the team fight. I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's
can't get silenced.
It's tough. Yeah, he's gonna be. I think they can kill him because they can like shards block him, and they've got a really good tri-lane, I think, right between the Troll, Warlord, Tusk, and the Skywrath Mage. But Tide just seems super solid for the kind of team fight counter initiation that you're talking about. I also like Lina against Troll. I feel like Troll is a hero that can sometimes he just gets bursted.
Yeah,
in a lot of situations. And I think the Laguna Blade's really good for that. And Lina with Crystal Maiden, they got the lore synergy.
Shouldn't they be on opposite teams?
Sometimes they gotta.
I guess.
They hate each other, but maybe they hate everybody else even more.
I hate Skyrat more. His voice is really annoying, so they probably agree.
Yeah.
And another kind of smaller synergy with Tide against Troll is. Troll Mag, you generally want to build kind of stat-based items to benefit from Empower as much as possible. And Anchor Smash reduces your base damage by 40%. So it's like, it's kind of another counter on a different level. It's neat. Okay.
That's interesting.
You may now select your
Spectre. Oh god.
And Timbersaw.
Okay.
What do you make of this?
I think Spectre's going to have a very difficult time dealing with, Skyrat does a lot of early game damage. Timber is difficult to deal with in lane. And then from that, he's going to be a little bit behind. Troll is going to be far ahead just because of Empower. They're going to have the Roshan advantage. It's going to be very hard for Midas Club Elite. Like, very, very hard to get through that mid to, like, kind of late game. But, like, there's so much pressure on Tavo on Tidehunter and King Ordi on Clockwork to make the team fights work. If they don't do well, they're screwed, in my opinion.
10 seconds remaining.
I think the one thing that does jump to my mind is maybe not thinking about the Spectre too much as like a super late game hero, because the Spectre can have an early impact, though the cooldown on her level 1 ulti is insane, right?
It's massive, yeah.
It's like 100 and something seconds, or 130, I want to say off the top of my head, but that sounds so long. But
it's not even just that. Like Spectre is good early game, but you kind of want phase boots, maybe an urn. You want like an orb of venom. You want some like base items to be able to be that ulti, we kill someone, then I'll go back to fireman kind of hero. And if he's under a lot of pressure, it's just like a free lane almost. Like for the offlaners. I don't know. I worry. Whenever I see Spectre on a team, I always worry that the laning stage will go really bad for them.
Yeah, I mean they do have.
Okay, I'm switching overlays. I remembered before you. Nice lot. Okay, what were you
He's
saying?
learning. He's evolving.
I just don't do this very often.
Nomad. I was gonna say that they have like the supports are decent for lanes, but I don't know. Crystal Maiden's not even that strong.
No, you have one.
They do have
one frostbite, and then you don't. Really.
They do have some first blood potential, I think, on this Timber. Like,
yeah,
run out, battery assault, frostbite, Spectre's just hitting the whole time. I think they can maybe kill him from level 1, and that's where things can get a little bit more dicey. I'm interested to see how the
So
Luccini supports.
you're saying once Timber gets past level 1, it's gonna be hard. That's not what you want to hear.
Well, I'm just saying that they can get off to a decent start.
Yeah, I understand. I just said it.
I think it gets hard. It becomes much harder to zone the Timber after that.
Once he gets the chain up. Looking at the drafts as well, like Luccini's draft is just kind of easy to do, right? You just kind of get in there. Magnus sits back, waits for an RP. The rest of the team just get in. They have like Timber chaining in, Troll running in, Tusk snowballing. Like there's so much like chaos that it seems pretty easy to land an RP. You know, he's not forced to initiate with it. It's a nice Magnus game basically. The one struggle he's gonna have is if he doesn't RP, like blink RP before Spectre Hunt. The Spectre Hunt will be the oh my god, it's so irritating. You're trying to get an RP off Spectre Hunts, has a radiance, the Spectre illusions hitting you. You have Midas Club Elite have this like kind of window in team fights where they're kind of very, very strong.
Yeah. Oh, also, I need to correct myself because I was talking about the Timber as if he's off lane, but it's actually mid.
Oh, is he?
It's off lane Magnus.
Yeah.
John playing it. I don't know about this
Timber versus Lina?
Timber versus Lina matchup. Yeah.
I just assumed it wouldn't
Aura.
be Timber just because of this matchup.
Yeah.
I think it's real hard actually. The later it goes, the more you know, you can just nuke out the wave, I guess, with Timbersaw, but it's definitely Lina favored to bits. Like, she can just plink at you all day while you don't have your reactive armor, and then the later the game goes, she'll have a lot of magical damage to make up for your armor. So, yeah.
Yeah, but the Timber does fill that role that we were talking about during the draft of having somebody to just go face tank.
Yes.
So that the mag can get information. And they're not going to be putting the mag offlane. It looks like they're in fact going to be choosing to try and pressure this
Well, this is
Spectre
what they did in the last game.
aggro tri-lane. I like this a lot, actually. The decision to you see a weak laner on the other side, and you're just like, okay, we're gonna go shut them down. We'll put some pressure on. Spectre is not a very good catch-up hero at all. So, I mean, you can catch the Spectre. Yeah, you can catch her back up by like getting lots of good ganks, right? Oh man, the haunt cooldown is even worse than I remembered. It's 180 seconds.
Yeah, it's a long time.
Oof.
They did kind of buff it a little bit. The haunt illusions do a little bit of damage, but
whatever. I mean, you're normally just jumping right in, right? And like level 1, at the point where you have level 1 ulti, your illusions don't do very much anyway.
I really like this decision, especially again into the Clockwork as well. Who generally, you know, he has this wind lace. He wants to run around, create a bit of space, maybe set up a kill for Lina mid.
The battle begins.
It forces him to stay in the bottom lane. It forces CM not to jungle a little bit, you know. I like it a lot as well. I think this is they're cancelling. Abort!
Yeah, they're swapping it out. I don't know if they scouted something or just decided that. Like I didn't actually see if they noticed Midas
they pinged,
dodging the lane.
They pinged the top. They had vision of someone top.
Okay.
Oh, the double mana burn.
I guess this adjustment is because they're like, oh shit, we don't want to put the Timber
against the Lina. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so it's gonna be troll mid. I think that's a slightly more tolerable matchup. The Timber's gonna get good farm, get a good start. I think very important that he gets like a hood.
Okay,
this game.
Taunting away. Can I just point out this item that Timbersaw has in his inventory? And rest in pieces.
Oh, the poor man shield item.
It is now dead. They killed it.
I'm glad.
Me too. Fuck that item. Alright, 400 ping. Get some
again. GG Movistar.
Poor lads. I know the struggles of ISPs.
Yeah. You don't have to get me started, Shane. I live in Australia.
You're Australian, yeah. I think if there was, you know, sometimes in movies when the devil like runs a company or whatever, if any of that was true,
just to like make people miserable.
Exactly, like because he feeds off their misery. It'd definitely be an internet service provider.
Yeah, I think so.
You're calling them up like 20 times a day, being like, "Yo, it keeps disconnecting." He's just sitting there laughing, feeding off your agony.
No fault found.
No, everything looks
No
fine on our end.
No problem. Yep.
Have you tried turning it off and on again? Like, Jesus.
Group up, spread out. Group up, spread out.
Okay, here we go.
We are back underway. Crystal Maiden is getting punched by a big angry Magnosaurus.
This lane is very nice for Magnus.
Yeah,
He's
just chilling.
He
There's
does
no
not-
way to zone him out at all. And
Oh my god, this is the dream start. He's going for the pull as well. Can he do it? Oh, nice. Nicely interrupted there by Duster. Alright, now
he's
Duster has
got
0
no
mana.
left.
What do you do now?
He gets punched, I guess.
Oh god, this lane is not great. Compare this, let's check out Tide. Tide against Timber. Timber should do very well in this matchup.
Yeah, the Whirling Death.
Yeah,
hurts a
Whirling
lot.
Death on close range. Sure, you have the Anchor Smash to counteract it, but you can just CS with Whirling Death. It's grand.
I mean, yeah, and the one advantage that Tide normally has, where against melee heroes he can harass a lot with Anchor Smash, doesn't matter at all against Timber. It just tanks the wave, heals back to full.
It's also physical damage, the Anchor Smash, and you'll usually have a lot of stacks of reactive armor.
Exactly. We got Jericho chilling out on the mid lane at the moment. He's got level 2. I think this is actually a pretty feasible kill on Masha.
Oh, yeah. Once he doesn't get too many of them stacks, you gotta watch out for that. Oh, in they go!
Alright, there we go. Can they still ball him out?
Shards.
Yeah. Oh, is he blocked?
Beautiful. Oh! Oh no! Okay. That was nearly the sickest shit I've ever seen. Holy shit! He nearly pushed them away, but Lina wasn't
crazier if he'd pulled the Lina into the cogs as he pushed all of them away.
Lina didn't know it was gonna happen though. If Lina knew that was gonna happen, she would have lived, I think.
Yeah, would have repositioned to get inside the
But
cogs.
what she clicked outside the cog, or she clicked outside them. So
I think she was just trying to stay in the fog around the
yeah, but the auto pathing screwed her basically.
Yeah.
There's a setting for that though. Kids should check it out. It's good for like Shadow Fiend and stuff like that. It makes you walk directly.
Oh, the direction move. Yeah.
Direction.
Well, Luccini doing pretty well with that gank, but the farm is going a bit better across the board for Midas Elite. Spectre's getting pretty much free farm. Lina doing quite well. Tide doing a little bit better than the Magnus, in fact. Actually, yeah, now level 4. Seems to be very successfully running these side pulls, escorting the wave back to his tower. He's got infinite Anchor Smash spam with the
CM
Arcane Aura.
Yeah, it's perfect. Also, Quelling Blade. Pretty decent against Timbersaw, you know, it gives you a lot of straight damage instead of that base damage. It's nice.
Oh, Lina having to play very defensively on mid, kind of lurking in the trees, not letting herself be spotted at all. They did get the D-ward on the Dire Observer ward that was down there a little bit earlier that contributed to the kill, but they have put down yet another Observer ward. Lots of pressure being applied on the mid lane by Luccini.
Oh,
this
is the dream for Midas mode though, right? The pressure on the mid lane, everyone's mid. Spectre is having a great time. Their lane, which we spoke about being quite weak, isn't under any pressure. You know, that's like a Spectre. He can do whatever he wants. Oh, my bad. Like it's only a clockwork.
I don't know what happened to him.
How did they kill him?
He was pretty far up there. Looks like he maybe just ran forward, got shards, and then died.
I'm not too sure now.
I don't know. He's gonna soak some experience mid. Looks like Lina's just gonna be jungling it up a little bit. And she does have the luxury of doing this with the, again, more Arcane Aura. Crystal Maiden, not a very popular hero at the moment because, I mean, her laning is garbage as we're seeing bottom, but they've at least got some heroes to make good use of it. This to me almost feels like a throwback draft from Midas Elite, right? There's definitely a patch like in Dota's history where this lineup is the stuff.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. Quite recently, actually, I'd say. Apart from the Spectre.
And maybe the position for Clockwork, I think that's pretty recent.
Yeah.
Some recent technology. Oh, Jericho with the Fairy Fire. Actually, just gonna keep him alive. He dropped down to 73. Post Fairy Fire. Good item.
This is a hard game to observe. There's a lot of burst damage from both sides. I prefer the old just damage over time, slow ones.
Some guys getting right click to death. She gets bashed. Oh, might not even need the
phase
bash.
boots.
Bottle up. Turn around, maybe? Run back in?
The bottle timing
Ooh,
was pretty good.
just that little bit short of level 6. I think if he has level 6, he just turns around and... Oh, no, he doesn't have enough mana.
And Laguna Blades, yeah.
Yeah, just Laguna Blades him right in the face.
I don't think he would have went for the play if he...
It might still happen. He's gonna get level 6 off of
oh god.
one last hit. Alright, blade him.
Straight away, straight to the shrine.
Yeah.
Peace!
Like, nope, I'm out of here. See ya. Okay. Timber, pretty standard items so far. Nothing too unusual to talk about there. Tide. We see a lot of tides. I think especially KP jumps to mind. He kind of always builds wood first on his Tide Hunter. What do you think Tavo is going to do this game? You think good mech game, port staff first, blink first?
I think mech is amazing against Magnus, right? You
Yeah.
can get ORP'd with your team. You can mech everyone up. You can ravage to completely turn around a team fight.
This might be unexpected. Tide has literally just hit level 6, like
and he hit it. He hit it in
ago.
fog as well, so they won't see it.
Yeah, yeah. And now they're smoked up.
Oh,
Tuss might be able to reveal this from the high ground, and he does.
Hello.
He might be dead. But...
They go for the haunt as well. A lot of committal. Are they going on someone else? No, they're definitely going on him. He's snowballing. This is the space created.
Give Spectre the last hit. Yeah.
Nice, nice. He doesn't have a TP now to get back. But...
Nah, normally you want that kill to happen a bit faster, so you can still.
That was
jump
very
back to your
messy.
illusion. Yeah. I guess they didn't want to pop the Ravage.
Exactly, yeah.
Just the Tusk. They can just potentially pull that gank again.
With the Ravage.
Yeah. Yeah, just Ravage. I think they were hoping to find the troll, but he's already jumped.
Bottom lane. Oh, he gets the skew under the tower, but I don't know if that does anything. No, unfortunately not.
The damage.
The Empower farming agents from
Do you like this
troll.
build from the troll? Maxing the axes. If you're just gonna be like jungle farming. I feel like the Fervor
is better for farming.
Berserker Rage build is better for just if you're just gonna be AFK farming.
For ancients, it's better, right?
Yeah, I think for any just hitting creeps, it's better. There's maybe there's something to be said for the mischance on the ancients, but
that's
I think
what I'm saying.
Clearing them faster is...
You need the mischance probably.
I just don't know if you can clear it this early, even with the mischance, especially that he's got the...
He's going for it. What's up down here? Snowballs and shenanigans. The top lane's the most like boring lane I've seen in a while. It's like the circle spell versus circle spell, and we just kind of click.
Yeah.
Timber coming very far ahead though with this. Oh, they want to contest these ancients, but they're coming in. Oh, Luccini just Laguna Blade.
Zap him.
Oh, he's so fast! Holy crap! That smoke wasted. Oh, Magnus. Did he just toy him with them?
Away.
They're sending in the Skyrat to die. Just Laguna Blading, just to secure. A lot of these rotations, they're very slow, aren't they? From Midas Elite.
Yeah.
They're lacking that kind of blink initiate, or maybe level 6 on Clockwork will solve all of them.
I think it comes up later.
Yeah.
Spec Haunt cooldown continues to drop. They get the level 6 on the Clockwork. He's almost got it, right? He's gonna get level 5 by soaking mid maybe, and then he'll get the tome.
They snowball on them. They're going for it. The troll ulti is used. Lina is going to melt. King Ordi gets a very nice cogs off, getting the rotation in from the Spectre, doing quite a lot of damage. The Frostbite manages. Oh god.
Earn him again.
He's earned the double earn. He's dead. Timber's in, trying to focus down the Spectre, but no mana is actually.
He's in, but he's out of mana.
Yeah.
So
he just kind of slid in, was like, "How's it going?" and then walked away.
How do you do?
He's very, very farm though. Big kill on the troll there. Big kill. They do get the Lina. I think in general killing troll isn't as big as it usually would, just because of Magnus, right? Magnus gives you that like boost, the invisible boost to your net worth and your farming abilities just with Empower.
Yeah, I still think it works out better for Midas Elite because it was the Spectre that got the last hit on that kill. Spectre getting a big net worth bump as a result, and it is a hero where you start off really slow but you accelerate pretty quickly. Even if you don't go the Radiance build, though I think he will probably go Radiance this game just because it's so annoying for the Magnus.
Yeah, just for Magnus, yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be opposed to maybe like a drum or a small, maybe a Yasha or some smaller item.
Oh, they're in.
They're going for the troll again. He gets the blind off, but it's not enough. Killing spree now for K3. Nice shards blocking them off.
Oh,
Jericho.
for HFN. Yeah.
Or HFN, sorry.
Yeah, I was like, who's
Yeah.
K3?
My,
Anyway.
my South American Dota knowledge.
That's alright, Shane.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're getting a crash course in this series.
Genuinely, I actually don't know. I met some of these guys. I met Tavo and a few of the other lads, but I wouldn't know that much about South American Dota. Apart from, you know, say the guys that came to the major or that kind of stuff. But they're definitely on the rise. The South American stuff.
for sure. I mean, that's something I've talked about with every person that I've been casting with for this qualifier. That, you know, this is very much the year, I think, of South American Dota. I think it's going to take them a little bit to get the structure and, you know, for the teams to sort of sort out who their five is, and for everybody to kind of say, okay. I think it's the same realization that a lot of other regions had to have, right? Where we used to, in a lot of the Western scene and even just the Dota scene in general, people used to just be swapping all the time, right? It was like, lose one tournament, swap.
Yeah.
Replace your players. Try and build the new all-star roster, see if that works. And then there were all of these teams that just stuck together for a really long time, and their results kind of consistently improved. And I feel like that plus the roster locks, people have kind of looked at it and said, okay, maybe there is a huge value in team synergy and kind of sticking it out and seeing if you can work through your obstacles, and we've got a lot of success stories from that. So I think that's the same thing that South America kind of has to go through. Got to find that stability a little bit, go and get some more experience.
This guaranteed spot at all the events is
Yeah.
extremely overpowered actually for this region. Like, because this qualifier has how many teams in it? 4 from South America, right? And just getting the opportunity to play against like the likes of EG or Liquid and them guys, you know, even just in a few games would make you improve tenfold. Just gaining that experience, that'll skyrocket them, I think.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see South America leveling up really quickly in terms of just even like Infamous. They got to the PGL minor, right, and they didn't win a single game.
Yeah.
But it's still just that experience of you get to go, you get to probably not only the games that you got in, but you also probably got in some scrims.
Yeah.
Against those
scrims,
teams.
Yeah. Even talking to the players, you know, like it's kind of a lot of this networking stuff is extremely networky. Yeah. Like for example, after you saw a lot of South American players playing with who was on Weha's team. Remember on Weha's team?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like you networking, and then all these players they play with like the different people from different regions. Then they bring it back to their region. You know, it makes a big difference.
We get a Spectre Mask of Madness queued up at the moment.
I like it.
HFN. Good farming item for sure.
I really like it.
Gonna have to spam some clarities to kind of keep it sustained. But actually no, he doesn't. He's got Arcane Aura.
And the Urn. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah. He's fine. So I wonder, do you think he still goes Radiance?
Yeah.
I honestly wouldn't even mind seeing like the Manta build.
Manta against Sky is good. Yeah, against the mischance.
Yeah, and it would kill, like, you know, it still kills heroes insanely quickly. The Radiance is a nice farming tool on Spectre. I don't think it's actually the be all and end all in terms of damage. Manta is really where it's at for the damage. Right?
Yeah, because of
the Desolate.
The Desolate
so
procs,
good. So good. Next patch, Desolate reduces vision.
That is so cool.
It's really it's a cool theme.
Yeah, it's like an immersion, like my RPG.
Immersion.
Yeah, it's so good.
Alright, we got Luccini smoking past this ward. I don't believe that this smoke was scouted. Otherwise, they would probably be waiting right on this hill, but they do need to be careful. They do not want to run up into this Tide Hunter. And looks like Spectre might be out of harm's way.
Are they going to get a
Crystal
CM?
Maiden, however.
Oh, they're not going to get anyone. Well
No,
played.
maybe it was scouted. Maybe this ward does see.
I don't know. Spectre was farming pretty aggressively. He didn't like move and I was kind of watching it. I don't think it's on.
Unlucky. Looks like they're gonna be able to muscle down this tier 1 at bottom, but it's gonna be with a trade.
This is the Bloodstone complete. Let's 5 man. Try and get some stacks on this thing, on the Timber Saw.
Yeah, the tier 1 tower gold gonna be nice acceleration for the Magnus as well towards his blink. He's not too far away at the moment. Troll's gonna get in position to threaten mid lane just in case Midas Elite try and decide to keep on going up top. But Tidehunter has gone for just a 4-staff as his first item. I actually like this quite a bit. I think it's like okay, so if there's a 1-man RP, you just 4-staff that guy.
Okay.
If somebody's trapped in the ice shards, you just 4-staff that guy.
Cogs.
Just can't push back. Should have closed him inside the cogs with the ice shards.
Oh, he's in.
He's crazy.
He's actually. He's grand. He has another chain. There's some messy stuff right here. Everyone's just slipping and sliding all around the place.
Oh, the 4-staff, there you go.
What a demonstration.
I like this item
on
Tidehunter. I feel like a lot of the time you don't really need Blink to get off like a decent Ravage if you're just kind of sitting in the front line. Because like we've said, he's pretty hard to kill this game, right?
He is, yeah. Oh,
he's out.
Just as you say that, you nearly killed him. But he manages to escape.
Almost. Cast a curse.
It's pretty.
And now he's going to be going back for Midas, interestingly.
Yeah, he's had that queued up, so he decided like right at the start of the game that he was going to go for the Midas. This game is very slow paced. Like both Tide and Timbersaw were kind of just farming for like most of the game. Spectre every hunt would try and get a kill, but
I feel like the Luccini supports have been very quiet. They got one successful kill on the, like they got the one clean kill on the Lina, and they got a trade on the Lina, and that's been about it. I guess the Midas Elite support's kind of the same story, but I feel like they're under less pressure this game to kind of make things happen.
Oh, Spectre hunt on bottom. Ravage was used as well. They kill the Timbersaw straight away. Skyrat gets the ulti off, but doesn't manage to kill anyone. It's falling out of. It's getting real bad. Actually.
Mag wants King RD, but
he's isolated off on his own. Uses the RP. The CM. Okay, he pushes them into the tower. The Timbersaw respawns and trolls in, and he is pretty angry. HFN. He has to swap the TP in. Oh god. Swap 2, 1. Uh-oh. Oh god.
Is he alive?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, it's so close.
Holy moly. The clockwork got cleaned up by the cleave there. But that was the only kill that they got.
Oh, I should have pressed the
whole fight, the fight recap. Is fine.
I always forget.
We can scroll through the.
Yeah, that's what I always.
Yeah. It was just King Artigo now. That's pretty sweet, especially with the RPUs. Okay, looks like Crystal Maiden gonna add one more to the Bloodstone counter.
It's at 10 now. Not bad considering he just died like
seconds ago. Yeah.
All of these team fights though, heavily favoring Midas Elite. Like, even though I should switch to network. You need to remind me about that one. Not too.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, that's on you, Basekip.
That's me. That's not me.
Tweet at Basekip.
At Basekip with your flames.
Yeah.
But also support my.
No support.
Support my refreshing melons.
Oh yeah, the campaign. Oh, Gain just explodes on the Magnus. They silence up the Lina.
The 4-staff.
The 4-staff doing so much work.
It's Roshan.
Roshan melts. The Clockwork has the Aegis.
They get the last hit.
Oh my god, and Lina's doing a lot of work.
Lina's still alive.
Okay, the Skyrock gets her. Gets the frostbite off. Oh my god. Timbersaw's isolated. Can they catch him? They hit him with the CM. Oh god. Rocket flare is up soon. Oh, he's dead. The dagger. He has no TP.
It won't finish him. But...
It'll be a long. Okay, he's going for the tower. Oh no, he's not. Look at these. Yeah, that was a messy
well, what
fight.
What a disaster of a fight. What? 4 for 2 if you count the Aegis, but I don't think it really counts. They also got the Roshan last hit on the Radiant. Troll just could not finish the Roche.
That's such an awkward position to be in for Troll. Like you're focused on, you're so close to killing Roshan. You're like, well, if I don't kill it, you know, what do we do? Maybe I kill it. We get the Aegis. We can turn this around. Like Magnus dying at the start of these fights is really, really bad, right?
They need this Magnus Blink Dagger.
Why? He has the Soul Ring before it. Snap out of that. Oh god, if he dies again.
They have the Ravage up again. There's
Oh god, they find the Timber Saw. They have Hook. They isolate him down. They have Ravage. Oh god! Nobody saw anything! The walking RP somehow works out. I don't even know. Troll is on the back lines destroying everyone. The CM multi is hitting on the... doing a lot of damage actually. Leaning in from the back line. Silence is off, but... the auto attacks are too spicy. Okay, what? What? Matter is pretty agile here. It might be difficult for him to get this kill. Okay, Spectre they do end up killing the Timbersaw, and Spectre lives. If I'm Midas Elite here, I say worth. You know, every time we have a team fight and Spectre's living through it, he gets closer to that radius, and all of a sudden the game it gets easier and easier. And Luccini are not getting any objectives. Like they're kind of coming out ahead, maybe even in a lot of these fights.
I mean, this has got to be their window, though, right?
Yeah.
Like Ravage down, Haunt down, and they've got a BKB now picked up on the Troll. Like they should be able to take these tier 1s. There is a lot of spam in Midas Elite. I'll say that much, right? They've got the Lina nuke, they've got Crystal Maiden, but it's only level 1, prioritizing Frostbite.
Who hits the buildings? The Troll without Aegis? You know what I mean? There's no one.
Yeah, that's true. That's tough.
Oh, Timbersaw's in. Oh, he TP's out.
Oh, King RD God should have hit the blade bell before he.
You know, like take it easy on him there.
That would have been. Could you imagine the style point?
That's true. Like, that's true. And taunted while TPing.
Yeah. I mean, he has 1400 health and he dropped down to almost nothing. But I think the Timbersaw was a big chunk that game.
Alright.
So they did get the tier 1.
I asked what's their push, and then
they just hit the building.
Literally just smacked them. I guess without Ravage, the Ravage cooldown, the Spectre Haunt cooldown, it's a pretty large window to push buildings, as you said. Like
that's what happens when you botch a fight like that. With
that Ravage was messy. Yeah, this is good. Just the harassment Laguna Blade, just trying to get them lower so they're less likely to continue to push.
Mag's got the blink. He's got our P off cooldown. They have to give some respect.
Blink skewer could be enough.
Midas Elite are also pushing bottom.
The Spectre. Oh god. Realizing that the spam from Midas Elite is too much to push easily. Oh, can the Clockwork get a catch?
No, his hook's on cooldown. He wasted it earlier.
10 seconds. Lina's
the Skywrath Mage looks pretty dead on my screen. Maybe not. No, not yet. Never mind.
He's feisty.
My screen's faulty.
Yeah, you want to turn that thing on. You don't have the 144 hertz probably.
Oh, I have the 165 hertz.
Oh, I don't even know what that means, but that sounds amazing. Okay, Magnus. His performance in the earlier series was amazing on Visage, but he's kind of had a rough one this game. He got a good RP in the fight right here in the Dire jungle, but apart from that, like, he had a good lane. They didn't pressure him that hard, and his item progression has been quite slow. And it's gonna get harder and harder for him to play this game.
Yeah, now that the Spectre Radiance is up, there's like no escape. Because before the Radiance is up, I feel like Haunt gets popped and you can kind of just force staff away from
or
it,
just even walk if you're quick enough.
Yeah, or you can have Shadow Blade or something like that, right? And you can still get your blink off, but once the Radiance is up,
I think Midas Elite need to be wary of this push. Like, Empowered Troll pushes real fast.
Yeah, Clockwork is already showing some respect to it. He's going to be going back.
I like this. Instead of team fighting, just... Oh, did he get a catch? They snowball in.
No. I mean, the Luccini do have to respect the catch of Midas Elite as well, though, right? Like, that's something that they have to be a little bit wary of. I think it's also really nice, Clockwork just kind of getting off map ASAP, so kind of deters the push just by doing that.
Yeah, even I like Tavo's items. You got a blink dagger, so that never happens again. What we saw earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, and then he's just rushing refresher. After that, I feel like I want to see a Shiva's or something first.
Oh wow! Imagine this was the patch. He just waits for the not the next Russian, the Russian after, and gets his refresher orb for free. Oh man!
One fight away.
Nice clean pick. And Jericho from Masha.
Yeah, Luccini back to just kind of farm stations. Oh, Invis on this Magnus.
Motion here. They're wary of it. A few pings coming out there.
I think this Tidehunter pick has turned out to be a godsend for Midas Elite. Right? I think without this, there's no way that they can take the team fight.
At
there's
all.
No way that Luccini are anywhere near, nowhere near this scared, right? If this wasn't the case. Gotta warm up that RP a little bit.
You gotta pump it up. It's like
the confidence thing, right? It's like I'm in control. I am the master of the RP.
I've missed that a few times. And accidentally RP'd.
Just whomped the ground.
Yeah, it's pretty embarrassing. It's all cool, you know. You look real cool when you're doing it, and then all of a sudden you mess it up.
And then everything goes quiet.
Yeah. It's a sad.
That's where we need the sad trombone back.
Oh, I want them back so bad. They were amazing, especially watching games. I remember watching the major and like
yeah.
Who was
Crash and Burn?
Miracle was a fiend for it. He'd do the Eto GG all the time. You know, when he get a kill, Eto GG. Eto GG. It was amazing.
All right, Timber's got a Lotus Orb. It's kind of helpful. But not like ridiculously so. What you can purge off the frostbite.
Yeah. And the anchor smash.
Oh yeah.
Timber really cares about the anchor smash.
Alright, this Tyrant Tower is finally going to go down mid. We're going to make quick work of that, but they are coming over. Tavo is keen.
Scouted
nice
by the
sigil scouting.
Very nice. And they defend. They even get the deny actually. Oh, they want to fight. Look at this positioning. Do they have a smoke ready? Oh no, there's 5 man. Okay, then both sides kind of hesitant to do anything. Like afraid of the team fights.
I don't know if Midas Elite are so afraid of the team fight as they're just thinking to themselves.
Why?
Vector's farming.
Yeah, why do we team fight?
Yeah.
At the same time, though, you can't let the troll do what he's been doing and just get free buildings. You know, like that's.
Yeah. Oh, okay, they got another smoke. Spectre is basically here with them in spirit. Has the haunt available. They're pretty split up. They see the Magnus blinking in.
Oh God! It's disaster! Oh. Okay, they've killed the mag. They find the Timbers on the top lines. Oh! What happened there? That was weird. Okay. I thought he would have got moved by the cogs. Troll on the front lines. Uses the BKB, and I think that's the runaway card from.
Oh, he didn't actually do anything. I saw him start it, but I guess he didn't actually.
No, he didn't. It looked like he might have.
But they just get the 2 supports.
For the
Roshan's not up for. A little bit unlucky for Luccini. Roshan is not up for another minute and a half. So.
That's a 10-second BKB as well. Like.
That's a big investment.
It really is.
Kills.
And
Ravage is still off cooldown.
Oh, and they have no BKB. They could just go here. They still have Haunt. No, they don't. No Haunt.
Did they spot him? No, they're sharding to the side.
Tidehunter on the top line. Ravage is up. The 4-stop used. Oh, here's what we were talking about with the Ravage. They turn it around. Oh my God, they're all Lena on the high ground, just doing so much damage.
Oh, good on in.
Shadow Blade used. No reveal. No reveal. Oh, they still managed to catch him. He's Lotus Orbed up. Oh my God. Just getting kited to bits. Midas Elite Club doing great work. No, not much mana on Timber now.
He does have the Bloodstone deny as well. He's really in big trouble.
Might need to. It's a long old chase. They're not stopping, are they? Okay. There we go.
Oh.
Alright, so I guess for me the key key parts of that were the Tidehunter, having Ravage, and his positioning. Force-staffing the Lina away from the Troll and the Mag. Then using the shell in the RP, or the, was it Kraken shell? Yeah. Like being able to Ravage and turn it around. It's just such a good counter.
Yeah, the fact that he doesn't have to be afraid about getting our feed is super valuable.
Oh, the return!
Reflect!
That was a very, very nice cogs. They have the Spectre Hunt. He gets in there, goes straight onto Skyrat. He's godlike on HFN. Oh,
He hasn't died.
God. Yeah.
HFN really is the not necessarily the star player for this team. I think they have a lot of star power in terms of individual skill, but he's definitely the the build around player. If HFN is having a good game, then and they're just gonna head straight into Roshan. This is looking more and more convincing by the second.
Yeah, I love that the dire scan, the sad scan I call it. You know, they definitely timed it, and they would have known that Roshan would have been up, and they just scan it, and then they're like, they knew it was going to be red.
Yeah. Look at this has got to be the we're pretty sure we're winning this game. Spectre talent choice, right? You go for the 30 attack speed instead of the 20 strength.
Oh my God, yes it is.
Right? Because I'm sure that
the strength is just amazing.
I was about to talk about the Spectre. You get the 20 strength, you get the 400 health. You're insanely tanky. He's got the cheese. Like, how do they kill him twice? But he doesn't even have the strength talent. He's just gone for the attack speed.
It's ridiculous. Alright, they find the troll bottom. The rest of Luccini are behind him. He has no mana on the Spectre.
Cheese is in his backpack.
This is pretty sketchy. He has no friends. Oh God, he's dead. And that's a freebie.
Man, I cast a crystal. It's the hardest I've ever seen.
So, where's your talent at? Where's the HP talent? He can't die, quote unquote base skip.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Nowhere did I say that. Nope.
Check the VOD, guys. Oh man. My bad from HFN.
That was a pretty big.
Okay, there's no way 20 strength saves him any day of the week there.
No, definitely not.
But it still is kind of funny.
Troll now very farmed, 21k net worth. Going to be going for an MKB as the next pickup.
Nice. It's just the radiance alone is enough to warrant it, I think.
He doesn't want to have to pop the BKB every time for the Spectre. Also, there's a Solar Crest on the Tide that we didn't even talk about. That was his detour item before queuing up the refresher. Again, I think the Solar Crest is super good and makes a lot of sense. A lot of the other position 4 heroes tend to buy this, so you don't necessarily see it as much on offlane.
Top lane. They find the Lina. Just gets the roll and the shards. This is the Aegis on the kill again, yeah. Oh, I guess he's suicides. Unless they permabash him. Oh, they're gonna fight. Masha is on the. Oh, I don't know about this one, guys. They blow him up. They do kill Skyrat with the Haunt. Tide is coming in from the south. He gets the gush off. That range creep got destroyed by King Ordeed.
Yeah, it's just totally.
Okay, he roots himself. Alright. So the amount of committal they used for the Lina proved to be worth it for Midas lane. Still, no Ravage used again. Just almost the threat of it is enough. Jeez, this casting thing is hard. My voice is dying already. I'm only like 3 games in.
Really, we're only 3 games in, Shane.
I'm old.
What's that got to do with your voice?
I presume your voice box and your larynx gets older, right? It's less.
Maybe.
I'm not a scientist.
Alright. Okay, Tide needs another 1200 gold for Refresher Orb. I guess they just, maybe chill until Spectre. They just need to go as a team. Spectre is buying E-Blade.
E-Blade?
I don't know if this game is as won as the way that HFN is playing is making it look.
Well,
if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like,
E-Blade's a risky one. But I can see,
Yeah.
I can see the potential, right? They only have one.
Yeah.
They only have one physical damage dealer. He's powered by Magnus with the Empower. So if his BKB is down, you just E-Blade him, and he's useless. And
Yeah.
you can Laguna Blade him. You can use all your CM spells.
there's synergy, but
Yeah,
it
there
is a
is.
bit.
It's definitely not the build I expected to see. Well, no,
Can't.
you
You
could
not
also
like you can disassemble it for Butterfly either because there's already going to be MKB, so not much point. Oh, dire scan. They know that they're up there on that hill. What can they do about it? That's the question.
wonder why they didn't buy the Fusel Blade. That's the one that I was confused by. To remove the Empower. Oh! They catch him out. He has no snowball, remember. He used it to farm. That's a free kill on Tusk Dead for 52 seconds. And nothing much used. Can they catch the troll? No. He's grand. The difficult thing is, right, if Tide gets ORP'd and Troll is attacking, he has to BKB during the ORP duration. Doesn't he? Because of
Yeah.
because
he still has an 8-second BKB.
True. He's been quite good at saving it.
Yeah. Be careful, Chan.
That was close.
Yeah. I saw the like the little circle in the center kind of collapsing. I was like, oh, gotta be careful. All right, there's that refresher orb.
HFN just farming away.
I mean, he's pretty much slotted. I guess he gets 25.
What's the
Big-
yeah? There's a bit of space to grow, right? He has one more item, one big item, I guess. What do you get? Heart or something?
I don't think Master Madness is in the 6th slot.
I guess you could go Satanic, right?
Yeah, I think Heart, Scotty, or Satanic are all
Yeah.
good.
So, smoke up. Luccini.
Maybe you get the Scotty because you've got the E-Blade.
Oh, this is pretty fun. There's
Oh, troll! Ripping him.
catch him out. They get the Ravage off. Perfectly timed stun. Unable to get the BKB off. He has buyback. Will he just use it? Oh god, they know where Mag is. He's shadow bladed on the ground.
Oh no.
Oh god, they catch out the... Oh, Spectre's not stopping. They buy back on Troll. It's kind of exactly what he wanted. No Ravage, no. This might deter their push a little bit. Oh man. HFN's in. He's hitting the buildings. The range on Mash's attacks on Nina here.
They want the
Trophy KBs gets in. One Staff and Ghost Scepter are available for King Ordi. The back
They're
end.
gonna get stunned up by the snowball, but no damage. Jericho's dead.
Very, very deep. They managed to isolate out the Timber Saw as well. Oh, Laguna blades himself, and the E-Blades gets reflected too. Oh, I'm struggling to see the effect that GG is called. Huh. God damn right. Spectre just got too much of an early lead, I think. The Tide Hunter pick was, as you spoke about earlier, amazing. They couldn't control the team fights at all. Tavo could just farm, and when he was needed, TP in, bought the Midas to secure his item progression. Just all around well played.
Yeah, I think it turned out to be a very hard Magnus game. So alright, that was the big disadvantage of picking it at the very beginning of the draft.
Yeah, they
was
opened with
Midas
Troll
Elite-
Mag, right?
Yeah, and Midas Elite already had Clockwork, and then they later picked the Tide spec and just kind of base rolled the team fights.
Oh.
The only time that we saw Midas Elite really fall behind was when they completely whiffed that Ravage, and then
There was a scrappy team fight, yeah.
yeah, and things got a little bit scary from there. But I think also the itemization for Midas Elite, I liked a lot. I liked the 4-staff first on the Tide. I think that did a lot of work. The Lena build is pretty standard, but quite good.
Oh, you like the 30 attack speed and Ethereal Blade?
That's not an item decision, but I did like the Mask of Madness. I thought that was I thought that was a nice choice.
Yeah, I agree. Like choosing not to go for like a drum or something else, maybe some lifesteal. You can jump, especially with the CM aura. Having the mana to sustain the Mask of Madness is pretty helpful.
Yeah, it didn't have to constantly backpack clarities or anything like that.
All right, let's jump into game 2 lobby. And when does it start? Like straight away, or does it?